I think we're here to struggle and to learn. And someone goes, "Oh, but I want to be happy." Why? Why do you want to sit there and laugh like you were happy your entire childhood? That's your happy days. You're allowed to be happy as a kid. It's all over now, right? You're a man. You have responsibilities. I think we're here to do important things.
They told me the solution is to wake up early. No snooze, no excuses. I feel tired. The podcast said if you feel tired, go for a cold shower. It spikes norepinephrine by 530%. I don't even know what that means. I feel cold. Next thing is sunlight in the morning. That's gotta be to fix the cold. But there is no sun at 5:10 in the morning. How did we get here? Even after all these books, podcasts, habits, how come we still feel like there's something broken about us? Everyone's chasing the next item on the checklist. But this type of self-improvement is clearly not working. But I have ambition. I want to reach my goals. How could this end up so complicated? There must be an easier solution. Something we've been missing. Let's investigate this. But where do we even start? I guess there's only one place. Knowledge, skills, character, quality of life. Realize your full potential. Self-improvement makes perfect sense on paper, but if everyone still feels empty, something must be off. I was hoping to find a simple answer. Maybe it's to stop trying, maybe it's to quit, maybe it's David Goggins' fault. But then I found something deeper, and soon it would all make perfect sense. If we go back in history, that instinct to grow, to become something more, it's not new, it's ancient. But self-improvement started as something completely different. The word itself goes back to the 1850s.
Has long since replaced wood as the prime energy source for industry.
A time where people didn't have motivational podcasts or 10-step routines. They had factories, 14-hour shifts, and zero hope of progress. Now imagine this. You work in an English factory in 1850. Terrible conditions. You earn barely enough to feed your family. Then this small book lands in your hands. It tells you that there's an exit, that reading 1 hour a night, learning a new trade, or saving a single coin isn't pointless. Here's when I realized the real idea of self-improvement started inside. For the first time, people had hope. What we now call self-improvement, it simply meant a way out of poverty, exhaustion, and hopelessness. It all made perfect sense until it didn't.
Purpose. I think we're here to struggle. I think we're here to endure
He's a
pain.
good-looking guy, but has always wanted to be taller. Now he's getting his chance thanks to groundbreaking limb-lengthening surgery.
Drilled in above and below.
Fast forward to 2025. Apps charging you to meditate, bone-lengthening surgery for confidence, and tech billionaires trying to cheat their way out of death. We're not self-improving anymore. We're trying to play God. How could Smile's idea turn into something so broken in 2025? Now, if we take a step back and look at the history of self-improvement, the answer is right there, hiding in plain sight. So I need you to pay close attention, because this next part explains everything. But at this point, I was in the same situation as you. Things didn't make any sense to me. So I kept searching. Once again, I wanted to find a simple answer. Maybe someone to blame, but Smiles was definitely not the one. Then it hit me. In 1936, a book came out, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You've probably heard of it. I heard about it 100 times. And still I never read it? That's not what's interesting though. What's really interesting is that this book is from 1936. And yet, look at this. Over 100k reviews. A bestseller today. How can a book written before color television still teach people how to act, speak and be liked in 2025? That's weird, right? But it clearly shows one thing. How much people crave for these ideas and how much everyone wants to level up in life. I'm not sure if Carnegie understood this at the time. Suddenly, it wasn't about helping yourself. This was about winning. How to sell better, how to speak better, how to be liked. At first glance, it looks harmless, even smart. But think about it for a second. What happens when self-improvement turns into competition? A game. Every game has a scoreboard, a finish line, winners and losers. But how do you win at being human? When do you finally cross the finish line? And who are the ones left behind? Now, I don't think Carnegie acted out of bad intentions. But the moment he turned self-improvement into competition, everything changed. And if you ever felt stuck, leveling up, chasing improvement, what comes next will finally explain why.
The 1980s. It was a totally rad decade that was filled with neon, yuppies, and a whole lot of
want to establish
Aquanet.
good credit? Now you can, thanks to this exciting new program from Tony Robbins.
Hi, I'm Tony Robbins. I'm the author of a national best-selling book, Unlimited Power. For over 10 years now, I've helped over 1 million people to take control of their lives.
The economy is booming, the self-made man becomes a symbol. Be better, feel better. Self-improvement, the perfect fit. People weren't just inspired. They no longer read one book for hope, they chase the high of the next seminar, the next miracle. It's like trading alcohol for cigarettes. Different habit, same craving. Don't get me wrong, I actually love Tony Robbins. In 2023, I saw him live and the energy was unreal. But something about that energy stuck with me. This energy had a price tag. Transformation for $2,000 a weekend. Once profit enters the room, things usually escalate. Then came the internet, the rise of Tim Ferriss, the 4-hour workweek, biohacking, dopamine detox, morning routines, time to the minute. Self-improvement got efficient. This can't be bad. No, it wasn't bad. It was worse. The goal was no longer moral or even emotional, it became mechanical. Life turned into a spreadsheet. Optimize sleep, optimize relationships, optimize everything, except how you feel. Somewhere between the cold showers and productivity hacks, we stopped asking why. Why do we meditate? Why do we go to the gym? Why are we optimizing every part of our life? To tick off a box in a checklist, this is the moment self-help stopped helping. We got more discipline, but forgot who it was for. A small problem about to snowball. At this point you might think, well, this whole system is so broken. No wonder we feel broken. But I have ambition. I want to reach my goals. Stay with me. We will get into that. But before things get better, usually they need to simply get worse. And here we are. This is when social media took over. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. There is one really scary thing about this. The algorithm knows us better than we know ourselves. And one day it discovered something dangerous. Insecurity keeps us watching. They all show us perfect bodies, perfect routines, perfect habits. Everyone improving and everyone secretly feeling worse. At this point, self-improvement stopped being a choice, it became a duty. Every trend, every influencer, every new post, a gentle reminder, you're not enough. A new industry was born, one that sells solutions to problems it quietly creates. Don't feel motivated? There's a course for that. Feel anxious? Buy my journal. You feel lost? Join my mastermind. The worse you feel, the more valuable you become. Let's rewind for a second. Back in 1859, self-improvement began as philosophy of freedom. And now we're here, in 2025, a 40 billion business. Every app, every video, every message, they all whisper the same meaning. Fix yourself, upgrade yourself, be more. Because right now, you're not enough.
Get it, David, come on. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Energy, let it out. 7, 8, 9, 10, a machine here.
Trying to improve isn't the problem. Missing a habit, it's not the problem. Even people selling you their solutions, not the problem. To understand why this kind of self-improvement was doomed from the beginning and how we can turn things around, we need to start asking the right questions. Let's be honest, this whole hype started from a dark place, from that silent voice whispering, "You're behind, you're not good enough." Self-improvement promised to fix that. If I just work harder, maybe one day I'll feel good enough. What we're really doing is building our dream house on a cracked foundation. We're trying to fix the feeling of not enough by doing more, hoping that one day we will get there. You see why this is doomed to fail? The same values that once lifted people up, discipline, effort, self-control, now they whisper, if you're not improving, you're failing. Every time you miss that checklist, you're a failure. Every time you take a day off, you're a failure. Every time you feel unmotivated, you're a failure. You're a failure, you're a failure, you're a failure. What began in 1859 as a message of hope, you can change your life, in 2025 turned into a message of guilt. You're not doing enough. Self-improvement is not that. The starting point is, it always was.
It's pushing the water and there's a jogger actually, look at this.
I'm not here to sell you a solution. I'm just here to remind you. You're not broken. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need another book or morning routine. But you also don't need to stop improving. All you need is to change the reason why. I love the feeling of focus, getting up at 6:30 in the morning. I love the shock of a cold shower on a hot summer day. I love the calm energy after working out or after eating a healthy meal. But I don't do these things because I have to. I do them because I'm worth it. You are worth it. I've got good news. This is the shortcut. You can allow yourself to feel good even before you've earned it. This was always the answer hiding in plain sight. Real self-improvement doesn't start with fixing ourselves. It starts with remembering. Remembering that we were always worth fixing things for. And let's stop here for a second. Like, what the f is going on? I thought we'd already hit rock bottom. But if you've been in the self-improvement space lately, things are getting out of control. Now they're promoting steroids as the new protein powder. They preach no excuses, but behind closed doors, they're the ones cheating. All I can tell you, and I've learned this the hard way, health is the only thing you never wanna trade. Nothing is worth risking your health. So don't fall for these lies. Trust yourself, you've got all the answers. We don't need steroids, we need truth. Self-improvement is not that. The self-improvement scam is. Let's wake up from this nightmare together.